Hey, welcome back to Lame Drop Builds. How's everyone doing today? This video today, I'm going to go over how I make spark plug distributors. It's going to be hopefully a quick tutorial. Be first time doing it on camera, so it'll take a minute. And then we'll see how it goes. Here in a second, we'll start on this. Alright, so back here to start making these. We'll make one for you guys and girls, gals. Here we go. For the distributor, I'm using, it's a 5/32 K&S tubing. You can use brass, probably, or aluminum. Or you can use aluminum, maybe brass, I'm sure. Probably don't matter. This may get kind of noisy, so I'm going to set the microphone away here for a second. I'm going to cut a little off here. Let me put this in here to hold it. There. I'll set that out of the way. Just going to cut a little bit here. Alright, we got that cut. The other day when I was doing this, I was using a mini hacksaw and I couldn't find it, so I had to use this Amazon Dremel here. And I don't think it's going to turn out as good. We'll see. I should probably hunt around for it. I don't know if I left it in my truck. We'll see here in a second. If I have trouble doing this, then I'll know what the problem was. I can make this longer than it needs to be. That almost melts that. I was cutting something. I was cutting something. The kid asking me what I was doing. Yeah, I gotta try. Yeah, use another wire to poke that back through on that side. Let's clean this up a little. I need to be out here more where you guys are at. Let's set that aside. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit to where it shoots down a little more. There we go. I can work in front of me instead of out here. Man, I wish I could find that saw. I really do. This is a demo, so we're going to use this. The top's pretty nice and you don't see the bottom, so let's do that. And for the spark plug wire, it's a 30 AWG wrapping wire. Got this on Amazon. $10 for all of it. We're going to go with the blue one today, because I don't think I have a blue one. A good length of glue out of here off this spool. Come on here. Let's find it here. Nice bright blue. I'm gonna cut it plenty long enough So I got room to work with, even though you don't need a lot. You still need some. This stuff works pretty good too, for what it is. Let me move my camera or my microphone here. So there's that, there's that. Where'd my super glue one go? Here's the super glue. I've been trying to find something to use for spark plug boots. I took telephone wire apart and it's just wasn't working the way I thought it would. So I'm gonna cut a length of this for the distributor for the coil wire here. I'm gonna cut it long. And I found putting the coil wire in here. I just dabbed some glue on the end. Let me run it through the post. Is what I found worked. My way of doing this. Run it through there. As you can see, it's pulling through. I'll get some super glue on the end and pull it back through. And then you got plenty to work with in there. Let that set a second. And while that's setting up, getting hard here, we're gonna cut the spark plug wires. And I'll take this in with whatever you get left after you cut your coil wire. I'll cut it and fold it. Cut her folded in half here in two. Set one aside. You can come back to that in a minute. So you got two long wires. I like to get them even length, or close to even. What we got here? So now you got two shorter wires. Then I'm going to fold these over nice and even. And get as nice and tight here at the bottom. You can see it's almost pinched together. So there's two wires there, made out of one. First time I done this, I had 8 short pieces and it didn't work. It worked. It's on the black one I made. This is my first one. It didn't turn out bad. But after doing that one, I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna try a different way. And it worked. These don't have to be exactly even. So now you got two there. You're gonna take your other long one you got left. Give it a cut. And do the same as you did for the first ones. Just fold it over. Close to even as you want, or as however you want to do it. Right, no right way, ain't no wrong way. As you can tell, these are gonna be long wires. Here we go. Got them nice. Let's check on our coil wire, see if it's dried. Dried enough. Okay, so where's our distributor? God, that's got an edge on it. This sandpaper here. I don't want to maim myself with this. That was not the right way to cut these. If I could find my little hacksaw, and I'm not going to be able to find it. I think it's in my truck. This will work for now. So I'm going to take all of my wires that are doubled over, kind of arrange them in my hand here. close to even. You'll see what's going to happen here in a second. Come on here. I'm going to feed these down into that. Yeah, using that Dremel to cut these. There we go. So there's that. Then I'm going to pull the distributor through here. Let's go the other way so I can separate these down here. Yeah, there we go. Got that separated. Let's feed this through the middle and watch where it's coming through underneath. Let's see, these are one, we're going to cut these off here in a few. Let's fold these over, fan them out, because then we're going to glue. Down here as much as we can to hold it. I've tried gluing some from the bottom, glue some from the top. It seems to me that gluing from the top works better. Personally, I'd say it's probably preference, though, whatever you want to do. Get that. Poke the top of that post there. Yeah, there we go. Now, I think an epoxy would probably work good on this, too. And a fine applicator on the super glue. Here's kind of a lot. Let that set for a few. They don't take long for that to dry. We're going to pause here for a second until that's dry.
All right.
Hey, a little trouble I ran into.
Dabbed a little glue on the backside here to let it
last little bit.
Hurry up here.
I was showing in the beginning of the video I had to dab a little more super glue on the bottom side just to hold it. And now I'm using my knife to try and cut the wires, and it wasn't doing so good. See, I'm trying to cut it there, and so I grabbed I spread the wires out a little. Then I grab my sprue cutters. Don't get mad at me. I know I need to get another pair eventually. I'm cutting the sprue cutter, or the wires with my sprue cutters. And then I will clean them up with the knife a little bit. Yeah, I was talking a lot more in the original. For some reason, my mic quit working. I looked down, the green light was off when I was done. I'm like, man. So in this video, I'm still trimming up the post. The wires coming through the bottom where we glued them. What are we doing now? It's kind of hard on my little screen here to see what my hands are doing. It's the boxes covering my workspace. So now we're going to fan out the wires, because when the gluing them from the top, you do get a little glue in them. So you want to separate them a little bit, and it'll discolor a little bit, but not too bad. And we're talking here in a minute about boots, spark plug boots and stuff. I'm trying to find something that fits over the 30 AWG wire. And I know someone somewhere mentioned 1mm heat shrink tubing. So I'm going to try that and see what happens with that, and hopefully that works. And when that does, we'll do a little video. We may remake this video even I'll pull this one down and make a new one, and ensure my microphone is charged. I think I haven't charged this thing since January, or early January. And the as you can see, it's a pretty nice looking distributor for a couple, maybe 5 minutes of time if you're just working on it only, not counting the glue drying. Maybe 5 minutes of work. I'm trying to show you there how it looks. A little butchered on the bottom side, but that ain't, you don't see it. I'm not a professional. It cleans up nice. Be a nice little homemade distributor. What we got here, we're about finished with this. Trying to remember what I done here. That's about 1,000 foot of 1,000 foot of each color of 30 AWG wrapping wire on Amazon. It's like $10. Pretty cheap stuff. A lot of 8 colors in it. Not too many people use a brown spark plug wire, but you could. And here we're looking at the tubing I used. I used a 1/16 OD aluminum tubing for the post, and a 5/32 OD aluminum tubing for the distributor. They do make those in brass, and you can buy them individually. I bought a telescoping tubing just so I make sure I got different sizes. One gentleman I seen used, I was saying right here, a 032 brass rod for the post and a 1/16 brass tube for his distributor. I don't know how that happens. I was looking, like I can't make that work. And then when I ordered this, I wasn't unsure what I was buying, so I ended up buying aluminum tubing also, just so I know I was covering myself here with the what I needed to do my project. Wasn't too bad. A few minutes of your time, and you can make your own distributors, or you can continue to buy them. But for a scratch-built distributor, it's not bad. Trying to time the end of my video here. Yeah, with that, happy modeling. See you next time.